In the previous class, in the English language, we have learnt about the types of subordinate clause. That was the noun clause, the adjective clause, and the adverb clause. Today, we will discuss about more about the adverb clauses. So, as the subordinate clause has three kinds, the noun clause, the adjective clause, and the adverb clause, in the same manner, the adverb clause is further subdivided into the nine different subordinate clauses. Depending on the way in which this adverb clause is used in the sentence, there are nine kinds on the basis of which we can classify the adverb clause. These are time, place, purpose, result, reason, condition, concession, comparison, and manner. These are the nine types in which the adverb clauses are divided. So, first we will start with the clause of time. What is the clause of time? The clause of time is the clause when it gives you the answer about when. Whenever there is when term is used in the sentence and this later half of the second or any one of the clauses gives you the answer of that when, then it is known as the clause of time. When it gives you the answer about the when, then it is known as the clause of time. And when it gives the answer, it usually begins with when, while, before, after, till, until, and many other words which can give you the answer for the question when. For example, when she heard the news, she fainted. Okay, so in this sentence, first, this is the main clause. When she heard the news, this much portion of the sentence is not giving the clear meaning. While if we write only she fainted, then it is giving you the clear meaning. So this is the main clause. And when she heard the news is the subordinate clause. This one is main clause. This one is subordinate clause. In subordinate also this one is adverb, and in adverb also this clause of time, because here it is starting with when. So this when is representing that. Now how it is an adverb clause? Because here the verb is she fainted. When she fainted, so it is telling about this verb fainted. Then when this action happened, when she heard the news, so it is modifying this verb. That is why it is the adverb clause. And also we have used the term, it is answering the question of when. That's why it is the adverb clause of time. Now the second one is clause of place. Clause of place. So the clause of place, whenever we are talking about the place, which is the question word that we have? We have where. So whenever there is a clause of place, it always answers the question about where. And for the answers, your answer will begin with where or wherever. These two terms will be used in the sentence whenever there is an adverb clause of the place. For example, I have put it back where I found it. I have put it back where I found it. So here in this sentence, I have put it back. This is the main clause because this part of the sentence can stand alone if I'm not writing where I found it. Then it is a complete sentence. That's why it is the main clause. From here, where I found it is the subordinate clause because it is not giving you the complete meaning until we are adding I have put it back. The term here is used where and it is modifying the verb put. Where I found it. This clause is modifying the verb put. That's why it is an adverb clause and it is answering the question where. So what kind of clause it is? In the subordinate, it is clause of place. Now, the third one is clause of purpose. Clause of purpose. The clause of purpose gives you the answer about the question for what purpose. Here in the question it will be for what purpose. So whenever there is a purpose is given in the sentence, we will use the clause of purpose of adverb clause. And for giving the answer of this purpose, the terms that will be used will be so that or in order that. So that or in order that. For example, bring it closer so that I can see it. Bring it closer so that I can see it. So here, this term, bring it closer, is giving you the complete meaning. That is why it is the main clause. So that I can see it. The sentence have the subject, a finite verb, but it is not giving you the complete meaning. That's why this is the subordinate clause. And here it is telling you the purpose of bringing the article closer. In the first sentence, it is asking to bring it closer. And what is the purpose of bringing the thing closer? So that I can see it. It is here defining the purpose. So this is the clause of purpose. What is the purpose of bringing the thing closer? So that the one who is asking can see the things clearly. That is why it is the subordinate adverb clause of the purpose. Let's take another example. The UNO was formed in order that countries might discuss world problems better. So here we have used in order that, and the UNO was formed. So what is the purpose for the formation of UNO? Why the UNO was formed? So that the countries might discuss world problems better. And here may and might is used in the formal manner rather than can and could. We use can and could less and more, may and might more. So this is the example for so that, and this is the example for in order that. And you can see in both the sentence, the subordinate clause is giving the purpose of the main clause. Now, the next one is the clause of result. It is the clause of, the fourth one is the clause of result. What is the clause of result? When it gives you the answer of the question with what result. When it is telling you about the result of some action, then it will be the cause of result adverb clause. With what result? When you are getting the answer for this question, then it is the subordinate clause of adverb with clause of result. And it usually begin with that or so that. That or so that. These are the two terms that follows so or such in the main clause. For example, he was so tired that he fell asleep on bus. So he was so tired is itself a complete sentence. That is why this is the main clause. That he fell asleep on the bus is the subordinate clause. It is telling about the verb tired. It is modifying the verb tired here. That is why it is a subordinate clause and the adverb kind. Again, because it is telling the result. Now, he was so tired. So, what is the result of his being tired? It is explained here that he fell asleep on the bus. He was so tired that he fell asleep on the bus. That's why this is the subordinate clause of result. It is giving you the result of this action.